be all right.
You ain't seen nothing like me.
Where's she at? She was like the where she is right now.
Happy, make your dreams come true.
It's raining now.
Nothing that go to the ends of the earth for you, to make you feel my love, to make you feel my
Hey Pandora listeners in Atlanta, here's an offer you can't afford to miss. Right now through March 31st, all Falcons jerseys are 40 to 60% off. Choose from Matt Ryan, Michael Turner, Roddy White, and Tony Gonzalez, all 40 to 60% off. Just click the ad on the screen or go to Falcons365.com and get your favorite Falcons jersey before it's too late. Were we able to see the signs that we missed? Turn the tables. I wish you could back your suitcase, lady. So much of this. It's too late. Nothing's wrong. Just as long as you know that someday I will. Someday.
No, look, you know what? I'm gonna have to go down there and get them.
Nope, I'm still showing 0 bytes of free space.
No way.
I got rid of all my pictures. Something's wrong. Something is wrong. I don't know how I could not have.
If a mechanic has been in aircraft maintenance for 50 years and never received a citation for improper maintenance procedures,
Okay.
well, the FAA will give him a Charles Taylor Master Mechanic Award, which is a walnut plaque, and then you have a set of pins, one for your wife and one for you. And then they put your name on a plaque in FAA headquarters in Washington, D.C. And the FAA guy that presented, he says, you're just one of the very few that'll ever get this, because he says most of them have got more sense. They get out of aircraft maintenance in the last 50 years.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Congratulations. Belated, but congrats.
So I live in Washington, D.C. now. I'm gonna go to the FAA office and see if they'll let me look at your thing on the wall and take a picture for you.
I don't wonder if Southwest has got a big old sort of statue of Charles Taylor over there with the names of the people that Southwest got it.
Oh, wow.
Jack Vidal was one of them.
Reagan, tell me the story about when you were out in San Jose. Why were you out in San Jose?
That's what it was, is San Jose Fire Department needed an airplane to pull their, what was it, anyway, and they were having a lot of hijackings and things, and they wanted to know how to enter the airplane and everything like this. So they agreed to let San Jose Fire Department use one of our aircraft. And they sent me out there with it, and with the orders, don't leave the cockpit while they're doing their exercise, because they'll flip switches or something and mess the airplane up. And then that night you told me that the chief of police was going to arrest me because I wouldn't leave the cockpit.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
And if he had all I'd done was call the FBI and told him, cut it down. He don't get the plane anymore.
That's right. Wow, that's an awesome story. I forgot all about that. So have you been arrested since?
No.
That's good. Good.
I keep my mouth shut and fly low.
That's good. Okay, here we have Tom
Picture
Trapp.
at San Diego, 1985. Station opened. I worked for Toby and my torturous supervisor, Mike Spears. $19 fare to San Diego, LA was a cheaper than a taxi cab fare for the illegals to go to LA. All of a sudden, we'd have one lady checking in asking for 13 tickets to LA. You'd ask her name and she'd say Kennedy. I said, oh, Kennedy. Give me the first names. And it'd be Juan, Maria, Jose, all the Kennedys. Mike would be at the gate, paging the last few passengers and looking for a party of 13 Kennedy. Until the very last moment, he would be running out of the bathroom with 13 people, right?
Well, I remember it more as 30 people, but he says it was 13.
Well, I had to issue the tickets.
Okay.
And I remember one time we had boarded a flight and the INS came to the gate and said, remember that? And they told us we needed to take off all the illegal aliens. And so half the flight at least actually deplaned.
That was before we had to check IDs.
Yeah, that was before 9/11 and we could walk through security without being checked. Yeah.
Remember the smoke in the cabin incident?
I do.
Your first incident, and you had to be a spokesperson for TranStar.
Because people would get hurt. You know, I wasn't there when it actually happened. Mr. Spears was there.
Yeah, I was there. That was a very busy night. I forgot to call somebody.
He forgot to call the station manager. Me. So I got a call.
Surprised you weren't fired.
Yeah. I got a call from the dispatch office in Dallas and said, Toby, there's something going on in San Diego. You need to go out there.
This is Ted. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, Ted. Ted had his...
It was only two agents, me and Scotty Poe, so I had my hands full. Sorry.
Nice face. Oh, yeah, you're being videotaped now.
Cheers.
Say hi. The prettiest ladies at the party.
Oh God, you're so sweet. We love you. I said to all the flight attendants. Nice line.
Cheers. Cheers, Reagan. Cheers. I'm videoing. Hi. Guys having fun?
Yes, we are.
Talking about how Brad stole the PA.
Oh my goodness.
We admitted to it last.
Uh-oh. Scandalous.
Green Jaguar is parking illegally out front. It's blocking the boat. I gave up
I am.
Oh my God.
Say hi.
Hey. Hello, Muse people. Toby Pratt.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Rob Green.
Oh, wow. Hey, how you doing, Rob Green?
My wife Jane.
Hi, Jane. Wow. Yeah, it has been. Let me turn this off.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's going to
I'm
record
gonna
us
say,
too.
tell me about the mouse on the
Okay,
plane.
we're sitting on the front jump seat, and the plane is heading down. It's a very steep slope, and we're used to things rolling, olives or whatever, rolling down the aisle, and we see something go back up the aisle, and I looked at my flight attendant seatmate, and we went, that just went up the aisle. What was that? We're like, I don't know. So a few minutes later, here it comes down again, and we're like, oh my God, it's a mouse. And the flight attendant next to me rocks the seat up, feet up off the floor. She's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. She's got her hand on my shoulder. I'm just calm down. We're in front of people. So, the plane is going down to land, and the mouse is going up the aisle, down the aisle, into the galley, up the aisle, and the passengers are not noticing. Thank God.
The passengers are what?
Not noticing.
Oh, not noticing.
Not
Okay.
noticing. So I was like, better be quiet. So we land the plane, we open the door, and I'm telling the rampage, and I'm like, there's a mouse on the plane. He's like, what? Like, there's a mouse on the plane.
Were you whispering?
No, I was trying to be quiet though because
Yeah, the passengers are in here, yeah.
So I was bringing the jetway up, and just about that time I stepped back and the mouse goes right out of the galley, and I booted him off the end of the flight out of the entry onto that, and he ran away. And he didn't make it onto the jetway, thank God.
Oh, so he landed on the ramp below?
On the ramp.
Did he survive? Oh, he ran away.
He ran away. He survived
Wow.
the leap to the ramp.
Wow, that's
But it was
awesome.
like, oh my God. And the passengers never saw it.
Very different, isn't it?
So, they were flying this dog on the plane.
They're flying a dog in the
Dog,
plane?
like in a kennel, like in a sky kennel.
Yeah. Talk loud.
Sorry. They're flying a dog on this sky kennel. And so I was working the gates, and the guys on the ramp thought they would have a little fun. So they took an empty sky kennel, and the woman was standing at the Hobby Airport. She was standing in the lobby, in the
Gate area?
gate area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking out the window, and they decided to throw this empty sky kennel back and forth like they were playing toss.
Nice. Nice.
This woman went hysterical.
She thought it was her
It
dog?
was my job to calm her down.
Oh, nice, because you were the gate agent. Yeah.
That's her baby.
Yeah, that was her baby.
So,
Our planes look like.
did you finally figure out there was nothing in the kennel, I guess?
The guys told us that the woman was such a, when she was checking the dog in, that they thought they'd have a little fun.
Oh, how nice. Yeah, that's that great Muse Air service we were talking about earlier.
I have an attendance problem. I do. And a Pinot Grigio problem, but we won't discuss that. Okay, so. Door to the airplane, galley door. Jose's doing stuff in the galley, everything. Passenger comes walking in, and remember we had to help passengers with their bags. And it was like the shitty day from hell, delays, weather, whatever. This guy comes in, and Jose's doing everything in this inevitable way that Jose did. This guy goes, "Can you help me with my bag?" And he said, "Sure, sir." Grabs the bag and hums it out the galley door. Oh, no. And I'm standing there and go, "You did not just do that. Leave."
No, you didn't.
He did. Out the door. And the rampers are down on the tarmac going, was that a bag that just came out the galley door? And I go flying out, down the ramp stairs, get the bag, come back up. This guy is having to come apart. The cockpit crew is having to come apart. And I'm like, he's DMSing. I don't know. Just with Jose, you never knew what flavor you got that day.
Okay, here we are with Bruce Bleakley. He's the museum director of the Frontiers of Flight Museum, and he is standing here in front of the M. Lamar Muse display, and I asked him to tell us a little bit about the display.
Well, after Mr. Muse passed away in 2007, his family approached us and asked us if we would like to have any of his items, and of course we said yes. One of the things we try to do here at the museum is emphasize local history, and especially that of Love Field. And of course, Muse Air was an interesting part of Love Field history, and so we agreed, and they brought over quite a few neat items for us to display, and we're particularly glad to have some really interesting artifacts such as his his employee card at Southwest Airlines, indicating that he's employee number 001. Also, of great interest to me, right behind that is a deposit slip that is from the time when Southwest was ready to fly, and they had used up all their money pretty much, did not have any money to lease airplanes. So Herb Kelleher and Roland King had told Lamar, "We've got to raise some cash so we can lease 3 Boeing 737s. So Mr. Muse went out and he rounded up quite a bunch of money from himself and 7 other investors, and he promised them, as I understand the story, that within 5 years he would either return their money or let them take stock, an equivalent amount of stock in Southwest Airlines. I believe all of them took the stock except one person, and I'm sure that one person was very sorry he didn't.
Yeah, I'm sure they were too.
So Mr. Muse actually was responsible for getting Southwest off the ground. And then the other interesting thing we have is a really nice model of Muse Air DC-9, and which I don't think we would have been able to find otherwise.
Where did you get that model?
From the family.
From the family.
It was in Mr. Muse's estate.
Okay.
And then the thing I particularly like is the letter, the resolution from the American Heart Association congratulating him on establishing a non-smoking airline way ahead of his time. So he was definitely a pioneer, a forward thinker, and we're really glad to have all of these interesting items here for our visitors to see.
Can you tell us a little bit about this display case that was right over here?
This is a collection of all the different airline passes that Mr. Muse had, and it was a common, I guess it still is, a common thing in the airline industry for CEOs of airlines to trade privileges on, or rather non-revenue flight privileges with each other. And so, as you can see, he had quite a collection of passes from different airlines around the United States during the time that he was
And they're all positive space, right?
Yes.
Wow, that's incredible. Well, Mr. Bleakley, thank you very much
You're very welcome.
for your
Glad to
time.
have you all
This is great. Can I have your card?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
For some reason, whether you liked it or not. Anyhow, well, in those old days, before cable got really smart, sophisticated, and tried to gouge you with everything, with these boxes and everything, you could set your VCR to change channels. Remember those days? Well, I set my VCR to tape the 5 o'clock news broadcast, the 6 o'clock news broadcast, and the 10 o'clock newscast. And I had it on VCR. Well, I dug that stupid thing out and went through a nightmare of pain, which technically challenged to get it over to a DVD so we could play it today, so that y'all could see a part of Muse TranStar history. So here it is.